It's time for the BAQA. The BAQA. What you say? The BAQA with Mandy. The BAQA with Tiffany. Mandy's out today, so you just have moi. Mandy had a nerve to lose her voice, but that's okay. We're going to do a little BAQA, answer some money questions, if you will, and we will. And so if you have questions, you can always go to brownambitionpodcast.com and click Ask Anything. If you want to be in studio, digital, of course, because the vid is still out here, you can go to Brown Ambition Podcast on Instagram and leave us a digital voice note so we can hear how you sound as you ask your question and see if we can invite you into the studio. So let's answer some questions. Let's see. Question. This person wants to be anonymous. So we're going to call you Kiva. Because I was just like, that's a cute name, right? Kiva. Anyway. So Kiva says, I would like to remain anonymous. Gotcha, girl. She says, I've been catching up on the podcast from the beginning, as you ought to. Okay. I'm up to episode 199. You said that you opened up a custodial Roth IRA, which is something I thought about opening for my kids. When I looked into it, it says that the child has to have earned income. This is true. Can you please tell me how you were able to open yours? Also, are there any other accounts I can open for them besides regular savings? Thank you for your time. So Kiva, yes. It is true. See, a Roth IRA stands for Individual Retirement Account. Whether you are man, chick, or child, you cannot have a retirement account open if you're not making any money. Because the people meaning the government, how are you saving for retirement when you ain't working, and there's other ways around it. But for the most part, you have to just understand that an IRA is a retirement account based upon the money. Earned income is just like you have a job, you're making money, right? And a Roth IRA is different from a traditional IRA because a traditional IRA is money that's put in there before taxes, right? And a Roth IRA is money that's put into your retirement account after you pay your taxes, right? So my husband and I had opened up a custodial IRA for Alyssa, my bonus baby. Because back then I was like, so what are we going to do? So I actually hired her to do some work for me at the Budgetnista. Now actually Alyssa is like my TikTok manager. She actually just messaged me this morning, like, when are we meeting? I got to get my money. I got to get my work done. But that's what she meant. And so now, because of that, I pay Alyssa money. She gets $20 a TikTok. But I make sure I pay her enough to reach the minimum, or really the maximum of what we can set aside for her retirement account. And this year it was $6,000. So I made sure that she got in at least $6,000 worth of work so we could put that $6,000 in her Roth IRA, and anything above that she got to kind of keep. Although she wasn't happy about it because, the kids want this money, honey. But I told her it is still your money. It's just for grown Alyssa. So I don't know if you have a business, because that's one of the ways is that you literally employ your child, but for real. You can't just employ them for fake. Like Alyssa literally does my TikToks. And before that, she was doing some odds and ends at Budgetnista. So yes, but even before that, before I was able to open up the custodial Roth IRA, I had something else for her. It was a custodial account. It was a retirement account, but it wasn't a retirement account. It was an investment account, but it was custodial. So you can still set aside and have an investment account for your child. This means it's not specifically for retirement. This is just investing in general. Just like you can have a retirement account and you can have a separate investment account, right? And so I have also, in addition to that, I also have an investment account for Alyssa where we actually house her, it's not a 529. This is where we house her college fund. And so that's a separate one. So you can do that too. You can have a custodial account for just investments. And so it doesn't get the tax benefits of a retirement account, but I can pull it out before, she's 65, without any penalty. Like the purpose of that investment account was really to set aside and grow her money for college, which we have fully funded. So hopefully that helps, Kiva. You can start working on that now for the babies. Hopefully that's really helpful. Hey, BA fam. Navigating any of life's challenges can make you feel unsure. I know. Wouldn't it be great if we had a user manual that told us exactly how to navigate all those challenges? Unfortunately, life doesn't come with a user manual. I wish it did, y'all. A trained therapist is the next best thing. When I tell you therapy has saved my life, it has. As the world's largest therapy service, BetterHelp has matched 3 million people with professionally licensed and vetted therapists, available 100% online. Plus, it's affordable. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to match with a therapist. If things aren't clicking, which is okay, you can easily switch to a new therapist at any time. It couldn't be simpler. No waiting rooms, no traffic, no endless searching for the right therapist. Learn more and save 10% off your first month at betterhelp.com/brownambition. That's BetterHelp, help.com/brownambition. Honestly, get you some therapy. It is life-changing. It's everything. I'm back. Okay, so we have a question from someone named Sensational. First of all, Sin, I love how you spell it. C-Y-N. Is that your real name? Anyway, Sensational asked a really great question. She says, hello, I am relocating for work. I'm downsizing from a house. She's a first-time home buyer to an apartment. Okay. I never really rented an apartment before. Okay. You know what? I don't know if I've ever rented an apartment before. I haven't. Sin, because I went from my parents' house, I see you did too, and I went to I rented a house with my sister, but I never had an apartment. And then after that, I bought a condo. So Sin, same. She said I went straight from my parents' home to my own house. And we love an upgraded, sensational sister. And now she's renting out her home. Sin, I already love you. You're like my fave. Look at this. Stayed home, stacked her dough, moved out into her own home, and now she's renting it out. So the question though she has is, because Sin is super smart, Avi, is I'm asking, is there a way to optimize the paying rent experience? Are there any ways to make the experience work in my financial favor? Any cards that give bonuses or help incentivize paying rent? Thank you for all the work you do and knowledge you're sharing. So Sin, this is a really great question. The problem with rent is typically it won't show up on your credit report as paid unless you don't pay. And then if the landlord reports you, then that's where they'll stay. But they do have some resources available to have your rent payments go on your credit report the way like your mortgage does. So there's a few of them. So there's one called Pinata, which is free. The service offers, it's free to renters, no matter their landlord. It reports to TransUnion if your landlord signs up for a specific partnership with Pinata. Your rent payments can be reported on all 3 bureaus. So I think Pinata you can do on your own just for TransUnion, but if you can get your landlord to sign up, they can add you to all 3 bureaus. So I would look into that. And there's also some ones that charge renters, like Rent Reporters, Rental Karma, Level Credit, Rock the Score, Credit is My Rent, Payment Report. There's a bunch. So, but girl, you know we like free around here. Okay. So I'll be looking into the Pinata of it all. And I would like to, that's what I would suggest. Now, as far as like a specific credit card for people who pay rent, not that I know of, but I do believe that credit cards owe us big time. What do I mean? That means if you are going to use your credit card to pay rent, make sure, let that credit card give you something. Okay? It's a mutually beneficial relationship. I need to benefit. So my favorite types of credit cards are ones that offer cash back, because cash is queen. But also, I also like travel cards, and I also like if you drive a lot, which I don't, there's gas cards, right? So depending, right? So I don't know if your landlord lets you pay your rent with credit. If they do, and you're really responsible, then you can put it on a card and pay it off every month in full. Your credit score will jump even higher than I'm sure it already is, and you'll get the benefit. Like I just literally got thousands of dollars of cash back on one of my credit cards because I have not checked in a while and I had all these points, and I was going to go close this card I hadn't used. And I was like, let me see how many points I have. Thousands of dollars, because it was a few years. I was like, well, dag. So that's why I said I like cash back, but I also like travel reward cards. Like I like Chase has like a nice one. The Venture card, I use that one. Bank of America has like some like travel card that I use too. And then American Express is my typical favorite card for business, just because I use the points like religiously. So, a great place to go look is magnifymoney.com. You can look for like really great cards there, but only if you're going to pay it off in full every month, Sin. Hopefully that was helpful. I know it was. Okay. If you have questions and about career, about business, about entrepreneurship, about money, you can ask us over here at Brown Ambition because we love answering them. BAQA comes out every Friday. So tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend. And we will see you next week. Hey, BA fam. We're on YouTube. Woohoo! Thank you so much for watching. Please like this video and subscribe to the channel.
And while you're at it, why don't you go over to that little bell icon and just tap that for us. Show the BA fam how much you love us. And that way you'll also get notifications when new videos drop. Also, share the channel with a friend. We're always like, tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend. And thank y'all so much again for all the support.